Hello, and welcome to another Monday live stream. My name is Shane Olson, and today we're going to be sculpting a mystery character. And it's mainly because I think if I showed you the concept, then I would get red flagged by copyright on YouTube. So I'm just going to look at my second screen and just have you kind of guess what I'm doing here. But welcome to another stream, another Monday, beautiful day. Hey Brad, how are you? See how many people ask me what I'm sculpting today. Funny. Okay. It's always a good time. How's it going today, Brad? Hope you're doing well. Okay. Starting out as I usually do. Hey, what's up, Eric? Love it. Hey, Ian. How are you guys doing today? This is going to be tricky, and I hope I can make it work. Okay. Hello from Brazil. Welcome. Hey, Wilbert. Now that you're sculpting. Every day's a good day when you sculpt, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to assess this thing to figure out how best to do it. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna do it. Instead of putting that one there, I'm gonna have two. Hello, Neil. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? Okay. And what are you all working on today? What are you sculpting? Hey, what's up, Mark? Let's see. Count Pugula. Yes. No. Hey, Synopsis, how are you? Good guess, though, Eric. I can see where you got that from. That'd be a fun one, right? And if you didn't see the ads when you opened up ZBrush, I'm going to be streaming with my good friend Ian on Wednesday at this time. We're going to be talking about rendering in ZBrush using Redshift. So if you want to come hang out with us on Wednesday, we're going to be going over how I set up my renders. And if you haven't seen them, I'll show you a little example. So I got this guy. I rendered him in Redshift. There's a few little tweaks that I did, but not too much. And I'm going to be showing off how I did the render for this guy. And then this one. If you've seen this one. Yeah, they're both super fun renders. So we're going to be going over those and showing you like how to adjust these materials and the lighting and like the reflection in the floor and that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Invite you guys to hang out with us on Wednesday. Can I watch sped up time lapses? Yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while. You know, it sometimes looks easy. Do you create your own concepts? No, not particularly. Occasionally, when I'm doing like caricatures and whatnot, I will kind of put together a whole collage of different things. And you noticed I dusted my shelves off. Yay! Somebody noticed. Yep, it was about time. I'm glad somebody pointed it out. So it's good. It's good. That's funny. Okay, let's split this off. And there, since the shelves are black, they just collect dust like crazy, or you see the dust like crazy. It's funny. Okay. Let's see. On this one, I kind of want to use the knife brush on it. But I don't want to use the knife brush. I don't think it respects masks. I can't recall. Yeah, it does. Okay, sweet. All right. I like the knife brush even more. Okay. It is not a dog. Good guess, though. And as we get closer, I'll tell you the story behind it and why I'm doing it. But I kind of want to see if anybody guesses it first. Because I would be surprised if anyone guessed it. to tell you the truth. No, it's good guess, Neil, but I did a rabbit last time. In fact, here he is. Hey, rabbit. And the reason I still have him loaded is because I'm going to steal these hands. So it's not a rabbit. This is a rabbit. What I'm making is not a rabbit. But I'm going to save it. I'm not going to give away what I'm modeling with the save. So I'm just going to call it I don't know what to call it without giving it away. Mystery. There you go. Okay. Okay, it's not a bear, not a beaver. Close to a beaver. It's a. I'll give you that. Okay, these are in the same poly groups, and I don't want them in the same poly groups. Yeah, it's not a bear. There we go. Okay. Garfield. It's not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Okay, let's see. Oh, Oliver. Oliver got it. It's a form of a marmot. It's a type, a specific type. Not an otter. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta put this in its own thing to work on it. Maybe. What's going on? Let me mask it correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in its own thing for a minute. What's a marmot? Yeah, a marmot is a gopher of sorts, but there's slang for them in different areas of the world. Okay, let's see. Because they're kind of a giant squirrel. Oops, split hidden. There we go. Nope, Neil, close, but no. Close, Mark. Good guesses. Johnny, what is that? I have no idea what you're trying to say there. Hey, Sammy, how are you? Nope, Johnny, somebody already said it's a marmot, which is a gopher in some regions. In other regions, it's called something else. Whistle pig. Yeah, because they go. Whistle pig. I've never heard it called a whistle pig. That's a good one. I've not heard of a coca either. Like I said, they're called something else in every section of the country. Whistle pig. Okay. Really, what's it's a marmot, but it has a nickname. Punxsutawney Phil. It's not Punxsutawney Phil. Look up Google for marmot. Johnny. Or is it Johnny? I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, sorry. Marmot. M-A-R-O. Marmot. O-T. Okay, let's see here. We got to get him a better nose in there. It's kind of like a prairie dog. Prairie dogs are little. This is a big one. This is a fatty. Groundhog's Day is or Groundhog Day. I think it's February like 2nd or something. Since everything in the Disney Infinity figures was produced in ZBrush, how would you approach something like Spider-Man webbing in the suit? Do you have any suggestions? I actually did Spider-Man for Disney Infinity, and I drew all the webbing on by hand with the brush. Well, it's essentially this chisel brush, but it was the brush that was the chisel brush before they came out with the chisel brush. What's the name of the hand-shaped tool that simulates a cursor? It's called Spud Arm. It's just an overlay for OBS. Okay, I'm going to combine these and Z-remesh them. But first I want to push this in. I love Groundhog Day, the movie. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to apply this. And then stitch it. Remesh by, oh, it's not going to work because it has subdivision levels. Okay, let's try that again. Remesh by union does not work with subdivision levels, just so you know. And we'll do a quick mirror and weld. Okay. And then a Z remesher maybe. Hold on a second. I gotta. Okay. You know, I think I'm just gonna Sculptris Pro this anyway, so I don't need to Z remesh it. I'm just gonna do one of these and do one of these and rock and roll. All right. Yeah, that's good. Hello, hello, welcome. Symmetry. Yeah. Thanks, Neil. Okay. Let's get some eyeballs in there so we can see. So he can see. Oops. I want to do that. I need to split these off. And let's see, maybe bigger eyeballs. I'm gonna give him some poofy cheeks for sure. Just trying to get these eyes in place so then I can dig around them. Dig into the head around them. He kind of reminds me of that character that Jazzy was working on. Close, Mark. Close. You're the closest. I think I'm making his this whole section too long. Let's do crease by polygroups. Hey Steph, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I only want to move this, this, and this. Maybe, yeah. Just want to shorten that on up. I'm not quite sure yet. I may use separate pieces because they're more controllable. But I do have this, you know, all of this here, so sometimes I want to try and like pull this up to make the corner of his mouth. Hey Caitlin, how are you? It's been forever. Hope you're doing well. Your spud arm, where can I find it? Google. I only find some site, but I don't think that's it. Hey Neil, would you mind posting a link to spud arm for me? If you wouldn't mind, please. Okay. Just gonna kind of. Busy? Busy's good. Busy's good. Okay, now let's push in these eye cavities. Maybe pinch. Spud tablet. I think Spud, it's called Spud arm for me. Spud arm. And Spud, yeah, there's two. There's Spud arm and Spud tablet. Toy fair starts tomorrow. Oh, like which one? Which toy fair? The one in New York or the one, which one? London, okay. Kind of figured. Make its mouth open more. It's so excited. Any other guesses, Mark? You're so close. London, Germany, then New York. Okay. I think these guys are a bit too large. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Is it Mr. Busy? I don't know who Mr. Busy is. Okay, you guys want me to tell you? Or you want to take more guesses? Mark with woodchuck is the closest. Chippendale? No, those are chipmunks, and they're small. Prairie dog's too small. This is big. It's a marmot. Closest to a rock chuck. I just said what it is. Instead of a woodchuck, it's a rock chuck. My bad. Hey Charlie, how are you doing? Okay. This is a rock chuck. Why is it called a rock chuck? Because it lives in the rocks in the Rocky Mountains, where I live. And the reason I'm making it is for my dad's birthday. Yes. Adam! Adam! Yes. That's the one. So, okay, so my dad's name is Chuck. And he likes to polish rocks for a hobby of his. And he wanted to have a rock chuck as kind of a logo for his little side hustle of polishing rocks. A rock rabbit? I've never heard of that. So they look like this. Yellow-bellied marmot is their official term, but around here we call them a rock chuck. Like that. They live in big boulders, big rocks. Also live in the Rocky Mountains. I mean, I'm in Utah, so yes, close. Close. Same. So Caitlin, it's actually a known bug, and they're working on fixing it. Okay. Yeah, Ian's in Colorado. And are you near Colorado Springs at all? Have I asked you that before? That's the only part of Colorado I've been in. There's just a toggle. No, so I mean they added that new symmetry stuff, right? So come on. There we go. So in doing so, they it broke regular local symmetry. I wish I would have caught it earlier, but yeah, they're working on it. Hey, what's up, Pedro? Looks familiar. Yeah, a little bit. Pedro's talking about I worked on a beaver with Pedro. Too funny. Oh man, stroke. Okay. This is ZBrush 2023, so I didn't bring my settings over. I'm in Fort Collins, about 2.5 hours north. Okay. Yeah, when I was in the military, they flew me out to Colorado Springs to paint a sign because I was in the sign industry before I was in the game industry. This was, if I were to guess, I think it was back in, oh, well, let's see, 90, maybe 94? 94? I actually have a picture of it. Hold on one second. Want to see me as a young buck? Super young. There we go. All right. There it is. That's me. I was a CB from 1990 to 1996. And this was in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I painted this sign. Come on, Pinterest page. Or, yeah, yep. I was like, what, 20, 21 there, maybe? 22, maybe? So, anyway, yeah, it was fun. What's up, Angry? Yep, job's done. I'm done. Look what I did, Mom. That was fun. Thanks, Jose. I wonder if it's still there that long ago. I would think it had deteriorated by now. The wild hair, that was they shaved all my wild hair off. All right, I'm gonna apply this. Kind of want to. A wee lad. Yep. Okay, let me find this. Merge it down. I often get asked, like, when do you merge stuff? When do you do it? Like, how do you know? I wish I had a straight answer, because it's like, you just know. It's like right now I'm struggling with getting this line between his cheek and going down to the front of his lips. So I'm gonna stitch it together so I can deal with that. Oh, where did that go? And then remesh by union. Apply and symmetry. I remembered this time, Neil. Okay. Now I can just work this out now. I'm gonna pull up my these. Want to see one more super young picture of me? Around the same time. There you go. It's a cool guy. Oh man, look at those Levi's rolled up and good times. Back in the day. Okay, let's try and pinch this. In this version, I'm having a lot of crashes with Sculptress. I have not yet. Okay, I want to give him some teeth. They got these little teeny tiny ears. Hey Tim Dan, you gonna render this in Redshift? I'm not sure. I've been rendering a lot of my characters in Redshift lately. It's nice just to load them up into like a pre-made default scene that you've already made. Which I'm glad you brought that up, Tim Dan, because on Wednesday I'm gonna be Ian from Pixelogic and I are going to be talking about Redshift this Wednesday at the same time, 11 a.m. Pacific. And we're going to go over how to create a kind of a default render scene so you can just drop your characters into it and hit go. Jose, is 3D mostly a career for young people? Can you start it and find work if you're older? Oh, absolutely. Would love to get in the collectible toy market. Yeah, Jose. The best time to start is right now. And don't be intimidated or hindered by age at all. The only thing that matters is your art as far as getting into the industry. Okay. I think I want to give him just little tiny narrow teeth. Like that. Because he's not a beaver. He's just a little rock chuck. And now's a great time to get into the industry because 3D printing is in its infancy. And every day 3D printers, the cost comes down lower and lower and lower. So pretty soon it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody has a 3D printer in their home, just like a TV or something. I mean, that's going a little far, but it's just fun because you can print anything that you want. You can just make it and print it. So far I've been finding 2023 pretty stable, only had a crash. Then I did have 5 ZTools open. They were about 35 million. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah, that'd probably do it. Split on mesh points. Okay. Seems like we have a big delay today. I can see you do 3D printing videos. Monero, I'm going to be doing some for my students rather soon. I don't know that I may do some for YouTube, but I don't have any planned yet. I just bought a Saturn II not too long ago, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that. Yeah, Caitlin, yeah, exactly. So the Saturn II, well, just for an example, how far they've come down. So when I was working for Disney, we had a 3D printer in-house, and that thing was like $80,000. It's nuts. It was the size of a refrigerator. And now, well, and then I bought a used Form 2, and that thing was like, I think somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000, and the quality was just as good as that crazy huge 3D printer. And then I bought a used Form 3 for about $3,000, maybe 3.5. And then recently I just got a Saturn II, and that thing was like $600, $650, something like that. Yeah, and it's 4K. It's crazy good. Yeah, Jose, that's awesome. It's so fun, so great. And it's just once you realize what you can make in 3D and what you can print, and realize that the sky is the limit, and it's just a matter of your abilities, you know, your artistic and engineering abilities. Monero, great. Yeah, it's going to be part of 3D Character Workshop 2.0. So you know how I'm doing those like in kind of weekly challenges, so to speak. It's going to be one of the weekly challenges, 3D printing, but it's towards the end, so I still have to do a couple others before I get there. Hey Lewis, how's it going? Oh, Ian, right. Did I say 4K? It's 8K. I don't know why I said 4K. Yeah, 8K. Thank you. Keep getting about a minute behind. Try reloading your browser. Are the print brushes you used custom? Are not the no, they are custom. So I give them away for free though. If you go over to 3D Character Workshop right here, 3dcharacterworkshop.com, you can go find my my brushes and this user interface that I'm using, and my ruler file, and you can use those for free. Okay, let's make a body for this guy. I think, let me look at his ears. They're kind of sideways and back. Kind of down behind his eyes, but I don't know that I want to put him that low. Yeah, maybe. They're just little tiny, just barely there. Barely. The company I used to work for had one of the first 3D printers in the UK. It was the size of a large chest freezer. Yeah, 200 millimeter by 200 millimeter build plate, printed in wax. It cost $250,000 back in 2000. Wow, that's crazy. Reminds me of like those big, huge computers. You know, when you see the first computer, and now your like cell phone is stronger than that thing. How does copyright work in 3D printing? Because I see a lot of stuff like some Gandalf and Frodo from random dudes. You shouldn't, right? So here's the, yeah, there's the fine print is you shouldn't sell your fan art of someone's license, right? But if it's only like 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, as long as you're not making some crazy bank off of it, people do it anyway. So I don't want to say too much about it, but it's up to you. It's if you want to take that risk or not. And it depends on the license that you do fan art of, and like the companies. It depends on the company. Like Disney is much more strict than other companies, so just depends. But technically, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, I like that. Little tiny ears. Okay, I still want to take his lower jaw and just kind of push it up. And then I usually make his neck into like a separate piece. But on this guy, I'm just going to pull it out. I hardly ever do that. Are you using a Silicon Graphics workstation? Yeah, those things were like 10 grand. With sensible freeform, and that machine had a whopping 1 gig processor. Woohoo! Oh, dudes at farmers market sell wooden carvings of Batman. Yeah, just be mindful. Yeah. I mean, you'll see people doing fan art of Marvel characters and DC characters at Comic-Con, you know? And it's funny because there's like representatives from DC and Marvel at Comic-Con. It's like, and they come and tell you to knock it off. I've heard of several stories like that, you know, the whole cease and desist thing. Like stop doing that. But for the most part though, they don't say much unless you start going quote unquote viral with it, right? And selling a bunch and either cutting into their profits or making their characters look bad. Like you don't want to put give their characters a bad name, I guess. Like put them in situations that they normally wouldn't be in because they got to protect their licenses. Is mainly what's going on there. I heard that there have been reports of bugs exporting via bridge to Keyshot. I have not heard that. It gives a redshift message and stops in Keyshot. I don't work for Maxon or Pixelogic or ZBrush. So I can't really speak to that. The only thing I would say is send a support ticket in to Maxon and ask them those questions. I haven't used Keyshot for quite some time, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. So let's get a body on this guy. Mr. Body. Come on, snap. Snap correctly. There we go. What do you mostly use to render? Well, I've been using Redshift recently, which is great. But before that, I was using Blender, and I was using Keyshot before that. So. So these guys are kind of squatty bodies. I think the Comic-Con thing is just a rumor. Is there entire businesses that are based around selling fan art? It is a rumor, but it's also true, because like I've like physically have seen it. So, you know, like I was there when the dude came up and said, "Knock it off." So I would just say at your own risk if you want to. And yeah, there are people that make their living off of doing that. And there's a lot of it, so it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Hey, Benjamin, how's it going? To go and test that, I have a new client that needs me to render out in Keyshot. Ah. Okay, so I want this guy to have his hands over his head, so that's going to be a super tricky pose, because I want him to be able to hold a rock, like stand there holding a rock. And I'm going to pose him, like model him in somewhat of a pose. Oh, thanks. I apologize that I'm Brazilian. I'm based on Google Translator and I do not understand your language very much. Do not return you. Oh, that's okay. Okay. And Shane will be going over the Redshift render this Wednesday. Yes, I will be talking about that. But if they specifically need a render out of Keyshot, then I would send a support ticket to Maxon and let them know that that's happening so they can get it fixed ASAP. Here's another question for you. Do you recommend any Surface laptops? I actually have one right here that I bought a few years ago. And my take on it is it works, like it'll actually function and work and run ZBrush. But the problem with it is that the user interface takes up way too much real estate on your screen. And so you kind of feel claustrophobic and it's very small. So if you can work out some kind of an interface that's minimal, that only has the very few, I was just talking to one of my students about this the other day. Maybe you can put everything you need in custom menus rather than out on your interface. You know, like custom menus like this one that you can just pop up when you need it. And then like, see what, if I hit tab, it hides almost everything. If you can get rid of almost everything, even this, you know, close this, and even the shelf up here, maybe it'll work, you know. I don't know what I just did. What did I just do? I think I'll still a regular laughing, just use my Intuos. Yeah, that's better. Also, like the pen for the Surface is not as good as either a Wacom pen or an Apple Pencil. So there's that too. It still functions and it works. It's just not quite as nice. All right. So I have a pose from the groundhog on Bambi that I'm kind of riffing off of, but I can't show it because then again Disney will say knock it off, and they'll give me a copyright strike on the video. They've done it before. During one of my streams, I was modeling the dad from Tarzan, and Disney said knock it off. But I guess you can do it for educational purposes, and because Pixelogic was able to get the strike removed, so that was good. They didn't. They ought. So basically, they have sniffers that will like that'll look at your live stream and sniff and see if any of your. That's the only way I can explain it. But they sniff and see if you're using any copyrighted material. Like I was using an image. I had it posted up over here, and the sniffers found it and caught it and reported it. So it's not like somebody came after me specifically, but just their automated bots was like, hey, you can't use that image. Yeah, it is weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, really? Really? I'm gonna lean his head back because he's gonna be looking up at the thing he's holding. Why do people spend so much of their life on social media and really think it's real life? That's pretty deep. I don't know. Okay. Okay. You'll see if you're being goofy and unyuck. Yep. Yo, get out of here. Like yeet your stream. Okay, so I'm gonna make his arms like be squishing his cheeks. Yeah, he's like reaching for a hug. little lump right there I want to get rid of. His mouth is quite narrow. Yeah, something like that. I really want him to puff out forward. They're being so pushed. Okay, maybe this too around. A short motion. Spending majority of your time on social media, isn't that your life? You are what you dedicate your time to. That's kind of true. Kind of true. Okay, and I want him to be like, sometimes when people smile, their cheeks push up on the bottom of their eyes. I give it this really smiley look. Add that in there. Oops, too much. I was just trying to tuck that. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Okay. And then okay. Smiley cheeks. Name of the game, right? Okay. Then the body, it's got like this super fluff up front here. Super fluff. Whoops, there we go. Let's see if we can get that going. Gotta bounce. All right, thanks for hanging out. Take care. These are more like fur poofs. And then I can kind of cut them in. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. So I need this to represent his chest and his tummy. Great job. It's really getting good. It'd be cool if Facebook had an electronic translator like Google has for these lives. You're a beast. It would be great for us to get all your explanations. So, Lewis, you can go watch me over on YouTube and turn on closed captions, and maybe that will help. I don't know. But thank you. Come on. There we go. So round. Thanks for sharing your process. Better get back over there. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's do some leggies. Yeah, I think the chubbiness makes it funny, right? I'm all about the funny. I want him to have little teeny tiny legs, but I need to support the weight of whatever is put on the top. I want him to be able to set at least like a little rock on the top, so he's like holding it, right? He's like super happy about what he's got. He's like he found it. Like, yeah. So I need to make him big enough to be able to support some weight, but little enough to look funny. Does that make any sense at all? Jeez. Maybe not such a dumpy rear. Need to squeeze this one a lot. Shit in there. Yes, that's the idea. And rendered, so you can put it on cards, you know. Okay, and I'm gonna lean him. I want to lean him way back. Any of the characters with armor, I have a difficult time with hard surface clean edges. Yes, I've done. You gotta look in the waybacks of YouTube. I did the pirate girl that you see behind me right here, and she's got armor. And I did this cowboy right here, and he's got a bit of armor, a little tiny bit. And even this mouse right here has armor. I modeled all three of those on stream. You can go watch those back. Let's see, have you done any? A little sitting. You know what? That's a good idea, Maddie. I'm gonna do that. I actually have. There's a good reference of that pose actually. So maybe I'll do a mixture of the two. Look at this guy. Hold on a second. In the image, a new tab. Look at this one. All right, that's what I'll do. Totally talking about butts. Dumpy butts. Way easier to support. Yeah, he's just kind of chilling, hanging out. And then I can give him a flat bottom that he can just set right down. somewhere. Yes, also there are other streamers on here that do, like, I would go watch Ara, A-R-A, his streams. He specializes in hard surface stuff. And he's a great guy. So check out his stuff. Thanks for reminding me of that. Ghost of Christmas. Dude, I haven't seen you forever. How's it going? No, thanks. It's a great idea. It's one of those things I really don't know what to get people for Christmas or their birthday or whatever anymore, because I don't know, you get a certain age and just buy whatever you want, you know? And so you have to get inventive. Like, oh yeah, he asked for this once. I'm gonna give him little toesies too. Little toesies. I'm a flat bottom foot. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate it. Okay, and I'm gonna steal, gotta be quiet, I'm gonna steal the hands from that rabbit that I modeled last week. So don't tell that rabbit. I'm gonna go steal him. Then I'm gonna steal the fingers and use them as toes. Better save this. These hands right here. So if you guys don't use this technique much, what you can do is load in a second tool, a Z tool, have it loaded here, and make sure you select the subtool that you want to steal. So I actually have his hands already split off here. And then go over to my other character. Where did it go? Right here. Okay, and then I'm going to append it. So you go to append underneath the subtool menu, and you'll see there's the hands right there. Snoink. I'm going to grab him. Yeah, he's pretty mad about that, about stealing his hands. That was funny. All right, let's flip him around. I want these big enough to be able to support kind of a, they're already almost in the pose that I want them in. Let's see. Yeah. Work smarter, not harder is the name of that game. Yeah, so this is the bug, you guys. Even with local symmetry turned on, see it's not scaling on its own symmetry. So that's the bug they're working out right now. So basically you just have to scale it and then move it back into place. But just know they're working on it. They know about it. I think I've been asked by 5 different students, like, what's the deal? and then a couple times a day during stream. Okay, and then for the tail, they're ground squirrels are a mixed bag because little ground squirrels, they just have a little stumpy thing. And then there's tree squirrels and they have a big fluffy tail. And these guys are kind of in the middle with they kind of have a sad floppy tail. But it's, let's see. So here's an example. So it just kind of lays there. They don't really pick it up. Like tree squirrels, they pick their tails up and it helps them balance and jump and all that stuff. But since these guys are just in the rocks, they just have it's not a little stumpy thing. They just kind of lay there. So I think I'm going to give them a tail that just kind of lays there. And it'll help support as well, so that'll be good. Okay. He's a little too flat back here. We go talking about the rumps. Let's round him out a little more. That's too much. Maybe shrink it instead of like the corners here. That works. I just wanted it rounder. Okay. Then the tail. Just kind of reverse it. Yep. Take it away. Okay, I do kind of want to, I just don't want to stick it straight out the back, so I think I'm going to, let's clip it. So it's flat. Just the whole thing can sit on a table like this. Then we're going to kind of give it a little twist. And to do this, I'm going to actually split this off. And then reset the gizmo and do one of these bend curves modifiers. Okay, and how this works, it'll put a bounding box around your object. That's why I wanted to split it off. And then you'll see these two orange points, and they're down the proper direction that I want to bend this tail. But there's only two of them, so I need more. So I'm going to grab this orange handle, which will actually make more dots like this. And then you can grab these dots and kind of give the tail a twist. But I want to give it kind of not just a C curve, but an S curve. So I'm going to add more dots. So maybe this many. And have it come out this way and then go this way. Look at it from the bottom. And then see now it's coming in from the side. I'll just turn it. It kind of looks like a cattail now, but that's okay. Okay, then when you're satisfied with it, just hit accept and we're good to go. And then I'm going to use this move infinite because move infinite shoots all the way through your model. Like I'm moving both the top side and the bottom side with this. That way it's not going to move the bottom side and leave the top alone. I need to know that it's affecting everything. There, that connection point's a little better. And then I'm just going to raise it up just a bit. And then smooth this bit out. You mentioned having students a few times. Where do you teach? You seem like such a chill dude. Be a great teacher. Thank you so much. I teach right here, 3D Character Workshop. It's my own online course that I've been running for the last 5 or so years. And yeah, it's all I do. That's my full-time gig is teaching. Because like you said, apparently I'm good at it. I'm okay at it. People like the way I explain stuff, so go check it out. And pretty soon I'm going to be switching over to a new platform, updating everything, which I'm really excited about because it comes with a mobile app and you can take it on the go and learn on the go. I actually have quite a few students here today watching me, so if you have any questions, I'm sure they'd be happy to answer. Caitlin's been a student from the beginning, right? Oh, didn't turn my symmetry on. I choose win-win-win. No. I hate to say that, but I've been lucky. So yeah, it is a thick tail. That's okay. Let's see. Do I have it? Okay, I'm going to flip it. Mirror and weld. Okay. Like having the money to it's Oliver, it's one group of classes. So I cover a whole bunch of stuff in several different ways. And there's stuff from 5 years ago and there's stuff from recent. So you can find the whole thing. Yeah, there's Kate right there. This one. She's Kate from No One Lives Forever, that game. Okay, this looks like we had an issue with the sewing in the middle here. So if you ever have some issues like this, say it's splitting down here, basically what you do is you turn off symmetry, and then mirror and weld will mirror from screen left to screen right when you're looking at it from the front like this. So all you have to do is use your move brush and just drag this problem area over to the right hand side, and then just hit mirror and weld again and it'll fix it up just like that. Let's see if there's any other issues. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now I can, thanks guys. So yeah, somebody was saying win-win-win. So here's the thing. When my students win, I win. So that's the way I look at it. And yeah, it's a great community. I love it. And that's mainly the reason I'm switching platforms, is because the new platform has better community tools. So you can be more interactive with me and your fellow students. I'm really excited about it. I'm not working on a new course. I'm working on finishing up the courses that I have. And you can follow along with other software. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like Brad, he's in here. He follows along with other software. I don't want to talk about other software in here because this is the Maxon official live stream, but just know that it's possible. So I'm just going to give you a little preview of what's coming. You guys want to see? So this is the new platform. I'm working on this page right now, but basically it's sort of looks social media-ish. It's like a Twitter or a Facebook or something. And there's a public area here. And here's the main workshops. I have a mini bust workshop to get you started, and then this is the main one. Then there's some free resources like free ZBrush brushes. This one's not free, it's coming. And then I'm debating on this having a live membership for a low monthly rate. We'll see how that goes. Then I have these character walkthroughs. This is the original course, the 1.0. This is a full character walkthrough all the way to game character. And this is the one I'm working on right now, and this one's going all the way to 3D print character. So if you get the bundle, those are all included. So, all right. Well, Massa, just so you know, you're in the official Maxon live stream, so I can't really talk to that. Okay, I'm going to take this tail, and I am going to shrink it down just a little bit so it's not so poofy, but I don't want it to break off, you know, after it's printed, so I want it to have some thickness. Okay, and then I'm going to give him a tongue and some eyebrows and try and get him finished up in the next 30 minutes or so. Oh, excuse me, jeez. It is specifically for stylized characters, yes. But a lot of people use it also for like props environments. It doesn't really cover that stuff, but and realistic characters, they'll still use the same blockout method and stuff that I teach for more realistic characters. Okay, I'm clicking. Split. Let's increase this. Whoa. Hey, Wilberth. Okay, let's see. So Jose, I will, if I go the membership route, it's not going to be like a membership and get access to everything that way. It will be more of a membership to character challenges and feedback, like monthly feedback character challenges, and live streams and things like that. So it wouldn't be to the main course. Because yeah. Anyway, there's reasons. Because of reasons. Okay, I feel like his cheeks are maybe a little too poofy. Just bring those in just a little bit to balance them out. Okay. Now let's get some color. Yeah, something like that. Let's try that out. Meat, yep, cheek meaty. Bit heavy on the meat. Okay, now for the little muzzle, let's go lighter. Let's try that. Maybe a little more saturated. Still great value. I've learned a lot from your streams. Thanks, Jose. So I will be, with the new platform, I don't want to say too much. I always get myself in trouble because I say too much. Anyway, yeah. It's good. Find your technique interesting. You modeled the primitives without remeshing them. I think you don't remesh each time you curve a primitive because that wouldn't be better, am I right? It depends on the detail that I need. So if I need more detail, I will actually use Sculptress Pro. Man, the color on this. I'm seeing that. Does this looks pretty red to you, right? Gosh. So the color on my Cintiq is going out. And it gives me kind of this greenish tone, so I get a bad read on my color. So I have to put it up on my second monitor and get good colors. And I'm looking at my live stream feed, and it's like he looks like red brown, like a burnt umber or something. It's not what I want. Okay. Let me try something. Z. Yeah, I'm gonna go snag that color. Okay, I just did that one. Okay, hold on a second. What processor do you have? Old. It's like a Reason 1700, I think it's called. Yeah, Neil, I caught myself. It's like, oh, I can't say that. I gotta wait. Okay. Now I'm eyedropping this off of a picture that I have off screen. You can do that with this Z color. Okay. Then I'm gonna fill it with this color. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, I think I like that better. Grab his teeth. His eyes. Maybe lighter on his eyes. We should put a log in his hands and make the legs like he's running. I found it. It's not a beaver. It's in the beaver family, but it's not a beaver. see. Just filling all these. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to make the end of these hands look like fur. Try to anyway. I try to do colors from a picture, it just comes out black and gray. Is it a bug, or am I doing it? So, okay, if you are if you're selecting colors from an image that you have inside of ZBrush, then you need to have your spotlight ring showing in order to eyedrop colors. If your spotlight ring is not showing, then it will snag the color of your background. So hopefully that answers your question there. Maybe some blue light filter. It's been working forever. I've had this for a long time, this Cintiq for a long time, and I've adjusted the colors on it and everything, and it's just, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's getting old, I think, and losing its color. Squirrel's beautiful, thank you. What do you recommend selecting as a base color from the reference? A dark color, then painting towards the lighter? I usually try and select as mid-tone as I possibly can, and then I let the light effect make the highlights and shadows, and I'll adjust those as I go too. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate these hands and turn them into feet. Toeses. Such cute little toes. All right, let's delete everything I don't want out of there. Yeah, it's kind of tricky with that ring. Oh, this guy makes me laugh. I got to see what the bottoms of their feet looks like. See if they have a little pad or what. I know that if it makes me laugh, it's going in the right direction. Okay, I'm gonna give him some eyes, like to give him a direction that he's looking in. Is it only 1:30 really? Okay. Yeah, this guy is coming together pretty quick. Okay. Let's grab this color, and then if your display is having issues, it sounded to me like the perfect opportunity to get a new pen. Yeah, neon. Well, that's what I have. I have a Cintiq 27 right now, but it's old. It's the old version. Yeah, I just can't. They're not cheap, not at all. He's so happy to be holding whatever it is he's holding. It makes me laugh. I love these. It's got these little. So this drawing from, I think it's from Bambi. It's got these little hairs sticking up, like 4 little hairs. And I really want to make those. Like those souvenir photos from Splash Mountain going down. Yeah, totally. Yeah. A good curly hairbrush. You can find one on. Help me out, Neil. Like where it's on the same site you get Maxon hairbrush. Where's that one? They have a really good curly hairbrush. Funky Bunnies 3D. Yeah, Funky Bunnies 3D. Check out that site. So I don't know if these will print very well, so I'm probably gonna make them smaller. They do print, but you guys got to be careful. Okay, let's give him some eyelashes. Interesting. Oh. Oh. I want to make these teeth look better. Yeah, I've thought about that. I mean, I have my, see the mouse right there? It's got some whiskers and they print it out okay. I mean, they break easy. You just have to be careful, but they're doable. It's actually a rock holder. So this is a rock chuck that I'm making for my dad. And he just for fun, he polishes rocks on the side. And there's these marmots called rock chucks that live around my house where he was raised, and his name is Chuck, so it fits. Thank you very much. Making a rock chuck because Chuck rocks. He looks like he could throw it. Okay, back to, I'm gonna try something I don't usually do with these eyelashes because of the way this guy's designed. Yes, and it was his birthday recently, so that's what's going on. He might be watching right now. Happy birthday, Dad. All right. Let's see. So about to here. Yeah. And then this, I'm going to take wide and then go. Let me do that again. Okay. prints have small details such as printable thin features. I like to 3D print using a flexible resin from Formlabs. So Neon, another trick, and I don't recommend doing this, but something I've been told, I have yet to try it. My friend Brian Ballinger, he goes by Breadwig. He said he's put cornstarch in his resin and it makes it flexible. And I don't know what the ratio is, but he's done it and it works. Pretty crazy. Okay, split unmasked points. Let's see, increase. Oh. Yeah, right? I was like, cornstarch? What made you think to put cornstarch in there? But hey, whatever works. But he brought up this piece and he bent it in half all the way, touched the two tips of it, and it just bent. No issues. Yeah, so I'm going to give him kind of this tear duct shape, but with the eyelash. I thought it was kind of cool in this drawing. Maybe not that big. Kind of looks like he's crying. Maybe just a little. That's fun. Okay, and then I want to take this color and paint it. No, I want to go lighter than that. Let's try starting with this color and going lighter. There we go. And I need, well, maybe I'll just pinch the edge there. Yeah, use at your own risk for sure. Okay, so what I can do, see how it's chunky on the edges. I can pinch it together, or I can add more Sculptris Pro detail and then paint it one more time. I think I'll do that. Oh, that's pretty heavy. Not that heavy. That's better. Let's turn off RGB. Okay, let's try it again. Without Sculptris on. Oh. This is better. There. Okay, now with that color, I'm going to recolor these objects because I like that brighter color better. Oh, gotta mask it off. Too funny. Okay, I want to bend his body so he's really getting into the lift. I kind of want to make him chunkier. Okay, so let's see, I have time. Let me save him. Okay, so this is the before. I'll take him to pose, and we're gonna make him chunky and kind of pose him a little bit more. So do this T-pose mesh. Okay. I just want to put more of an arc in his back. People asking about what processor to use. I run it on a i7. This thing is about 10 years old, so I guess anything newer can, yeah, ZBrush doesn't take, it's CPU heavy. Redshift is a different story, but as far as ZBrush goes, you don't need too much. Auto group this. Okay. I'm just giving this a go to try it. I just kind of want to make this upper portion shorter and the lower portion bigger. I have a question. Do you have a method for adding cuts into eyebrows? I use the topological and Z modeler brush. I'm having it difficult. Like extra little hairs, you mean? Yeah, if you go back and watch some of my older YouTube videos, not too old, just a little bit, and there's some eyes, and I use this carve brush, and I cut into the surface, and it like pushes it down in, and it reveals the little chunkies. So that's what I do now. You can also make it in like separate pieces. Yeah, I want them to be pretty bottom heavy just for fun. Since you're going to be printing this, is polygon count important? It is not. ZBrush can run on quite a basic system. I've run it on my old Surface Pro 3. Yes, that's what I have. i5, yep. Yeah, it doesn't take much. There we go. I like that. Oh, man. I want him to feel like he's like lifting up this whole area, you know? Okay. Achievement get. All right. Let's go back. So that's before. It'll go bump, 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 boom. Now he's a chunker. Okay. Just gonna color his teeth in. Okay. Make his nose just a little squattier than this. A little more shape. get it out of the way of his eyes so we can see his eyes. Okay. All right, let's add some. Well, I'm actually going to split off this piece, put it hidden, and then subdivide it and add some little hairs to the sides of it. Sometimes I'll use actual hairs, like pieces, separate pieces. Sometimes I'll try the snake hook brush and drag it out and see what it gives me. But it's always like that, you know, it's always just kind of goobish. So kind of want to poof this out a little bit more. And just add a couple of silhouette hairs. I could actually duplicate these guys. Armpit hairs. Okay. Don't want them that large. And I want them thicker. Split these off and fill them and integrate them more. I think I want them to turn the other way, maybe. I want them to break that silhouette. Spear Chuck. Thanks. He's a rock chuck. Hey, Leonard. I am doing well, thank you very much. Glad you could stop by for a moment. How are you doing? Is the function retry in ZRemesher simply repeating the action with the same mesh as in the previous procedure or with different meshes? It is with the exact same mesh that is cached. So it saves the mesh in its current state and just retries it over and over again. Okay. What do you think, Leonard? Does he look like he would support a rock in his hands? Hopefully. Kind of want to put... Here, let me fix these legs. His legs aren't chunky enough down here. Not chunky enough. More chunk. Oh. Gotta have symmetry on. More pudge. You guys remember to look at your sculpts from all sides, because you might miss something from one direction. Okay. Yeah. All right, Maddie, thanks for hanging out. You're welcome, Lewis. Yeah, finish those AT-ATs, man. Get them done. And then send them to me. Okay, what I want to do with this belly, hopefully it'll work, is run a little bead of skin like right along here. Zoop. To puff it out, like from the interaction. Definitely gonna look in your class. Awesome. I'm on a long list, I bet. Probably including George. Okay. Little chunkies. Let's turn on perspective. Trying to decide if I like that tail. It feels like a cat tail to me. Maybe if I square it up. He's supposed to be, yeah, a golf ball size rock. Like a polished rock. Yeah, that's a little better. It's a little more Pokemon-ish, but I think it works. Pikachu tail. Okay. And then I could put a few more hairs like off his knees or something. Maybe off his elbows. I don't want too many, I just don't want them to break off, you know? But I do like him saying, hey, I'm made of fur. So, anyway, and I'll probably give him a twist. Like, in his final pose, I'll give him a bent line of action instead of a straight up and down one. Hey, stylus holder, I didn't think about that. That'd be pretty cool. Not bad. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I got 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to do this one last thing and we'll be done. Okay, let's apply this. Let's add a couple more. Okay. I just want to make it also look like fur up here. Every time I install your brushes, the damn standard brush is gone. Is this something? I don't have a damn standard brush on my list. I have this detail brush. So is it that one is based off of the Damien standard brush? But I don't know why it wouldn't be showing up if you installed it correctly. Be fun to do a show and tell. Yeah. You know, I think I'd have to do what I want to do with this, I'd have to make it into a Sculptress Pro mesh. because I basically want to do hairs. This is sort of working, but not. I don't know why my smooth decided not to. It's not doing anything. Not sure why. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, kind of looks like hair, huh? Okay, guys, that is it for me. The only thing left to do on him, I think, is give him a tongue and make his interior of his mouth a little red. Maybe some little brown dots signifying whiskers on his muzzle here. So anyway, yeah, this guy was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, I give away my brushes for free. If you want to go check them out, they're over at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I also give away my user interface and my ruler file. You can check them out over there. And soon enough, I'm going to be having a free public area to my new platform, so you can go hang out with other like-minded stylized modelers and have a lot of fun. So I'm crazy excited for that, so keep an eye out. And I teach a full online course. It's called the 3D Character Workshop, that will teach you and goes into depth about all this stuff. So if you like, check it out, be my guest, and we will see you all next Monday. All right, thanks everybody. Cheers. Thanks Neil, thanks Mark, thanks everyone. We'll see you. Bye.